Yeah. J for J, hey. Generation at war. Generation at war. If I can have a quote, it'd be, it's hard to be young. How can a generation at war rise to overcome the dumb attributes the world puts on its pleasure? And being a generation doomed to die by all the pressure. I look at girls like Meg and just wanna tell her that with the help of God we can triumph over the lesser. Link our hearts with God and bond ourselves together. We can make it through the storms when life comes to test us. She's confused, living for God just isn't the norm. Her friends aren't doing it, why should she not conform? The drinking and the drugs and the boy with the open arms, but the pain in the end will cause her heart to mourn. She wonders if God could really be the way, but is frightened to death at what her friends will say. But that longing for a reason to live tugs at her heart. Looks up to the stars and screams out in the dark, and she says, "Dear God, if you're out there, show me that you do care. God, I need your hands, I need your touch. Is your grace enough? Dear God, if you hear me, show me that you're listening. God, I need to know which side you're fighting for in a generation at
Me
war."
and Amy, you never see the void by what she's saying. A cover up, a mask to avoid what she's containing. An emptiness inside she can't fill with the game she's playing. Tries to float on by with a smile she's been portraying. Pushing aside the impact from all the trauma. Brothers in a cell and abandoned by your father. Used to have a mother, but mama is there no longer. Feels it's her fault, so starts to harm herself. Affected by the circumstances she's dealt. Feels like no one cares, covers up the pain with stealth. Feels like she's going nowhere, like she's bound to fail. Don't believe God has a plan, like she's bound for hell. Looks inside and realizes she wants to believe. But God, you love me, why'd you let this happen to me? The questions circle round like laps in her head. She looks up and screams over and over again,
"Dear God, if you're out there, show me that you do care. God, I need your hands, I need your touch. Is your grace enough? Dear God, if you hear me, show me that you're listening. God, I need to know which side you're fighting for in a generation at
the
war."
accounts that I've said, the stories that I've told. We can now encounter the question that's been age-old. Can we come out of a generation's war with a feeling of purpose in what we're fighting for? Because we have a purpose, yes, we have a meaning. The things we want to know is how we go about retrieving. How do we find God in the midst of all our grieving? Does God have faith in me even when I stop believing? With the sex, the drugs, the pain is on the rise. Venom in the system, pornography in our eyes. It's time to take a stand and break through all the lies. Let God break through the walls we built inside our lives. It's time we all start living again. Show God we are the chosen generation. When the will of God is in us, we're always just growing stronger. So we can become this generation of honor as we say,
"Dear God, if you're out there, show me that you do care. God, I need your hands, I need your touch. Is your grace enough? Dear God, if you hear me, show me that you're listening. God, I need to know which side you're fighting for in a generation at war. Dear God, if you're out there, show me that you do care. God, I need your hands, I need your touch. Is your grace enough? And dear God, if you hear me, show me that you're listening. God, I need to know which side you're fighting for in a generation at war.